So I was just doing a preamble for it. So that'd be a new concept for Europeans. But you talk a little bit about Pele. He was like on the tail end of his career, announced his retirement, and then he got paid handsomely by the Cosmos. Like I guess the contract he signed probably eclipsed whatever he made in the previous 20 years. So what was his impact in coming to the American Soccer League? And then that also put a lot of fans and a lot of intrigue into soccer itself.
Well, obviously they couldn't have found a bigger name than Pele, and as you say, he'd retired. Rumor was it that he had made some bad investments, a little bit like Johan Cruyff as well, and that he needed the money. So eventually, although he had retired and vowed that he would only ever play for Santos, his club in Brazil, necessity possibly pushed him towards America. And I'm sure that there was also a certain amount of curiosity at that time of his life to give it a go and see if he could indeed be the harbinger of the global game to its great unconquered market. You have to give credit to Clive Toy, who was the general manager of the Cosmos at the time, who made strenuous efforts to get Pele to sign, and was ultimately successful, and turned the Cosmos into a name that still has a lot of recognition now, even decades after they disbanded. So I think that there's no doubt that Pele's signing, even though his impact on the field was not massive, in terms of his presence and his name was a huge turning point for soccer in North America.
Yeah, because at that time there wasn't really all the TV coverage was regional. There was very few international stars. Like now, you have your phone. You can watch a game anywhere or anytime you want. But I mean, all the markets are kind of regionalized, and you couldn't ask for a bigger market at that time than New York. So I mean, definitely made a splash, and the Cosmos were successful, even more so. Even when the MLS wanted to buy the name, the gentleman who owned the name didn't really want to relinquish it because of the lore and the tradition of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I mean, the Cosmos, of course, I mean, one of the reasons why I wrote my book as well was a little bit to push against the overwhelming narrative of the Cosmos, which kind of dominated all discussions about the North American Soccer League.